Hello YouTube. In this tutorial, we learn to minimize the video elements on scroll. For this tutorial we rely on GSAP Flip library and also scroll trigger. I explain the codes here, but if you want to copy and paste them directly into your project or even clone this template for free, I suggest you follow me on Patreon. We will learn many cool stuffs there. Let's check the structure first. We have a section which wraps the content. We have two titles. Also there is a video wrapper which wraps the video. Let's rename the background video and give it a proper class name. This background video width is set to 100% and also height is set to 100%. By doing this we make sure the background video is filling the video wrapper. We also have other elements which sit below the video wrapper. Some photos and texts are among the remaining elements inside the section. Our goal is relocating the background video and put it on the left and at the bottom of the screen when we scroll down. To do so, we need to reparent the background video. In order to achieve this, I have added a fixed wrapper and we are going to use this wrapper as the new parent of our background video on scroll. The display attribute of the floating wrapper is set to flex, and the background video will sit in the middle of the floating wrapper. This floating wrapper is 1 em away from the left of the window and also 1 em away from the bottom of the screen. Let's review the trick once more time. The video wrapper by default is the parent of our background video, but we are going to change its parent and let the floating wrapper be its parent. It's like we are going to put the background video inside the floating wrapper. By default, the background video is inside the video wrapper. To do this, we use GSAP library, and this library has a plugin which is called Flip. This Flip plugin lets us to reparent the elements and animate them. There's one last thing left. We need to add the custom codes and our desired magic happens. Let's open the page settings and paste the required code inside the page settings. As usual we need to register two extensions. First is the GSAP Flip and the second is the scroll trigger. We need to define 3 variables, one of them for the background video, one for the floating wrapper, and the last is for the video wrapper which wraps the video in the first place. So we need to update the class names accordingly. I started with the background video. The last one needs to be updated as I used a different name for the background video wrapper. The reason we define these variables is to use them instead of the class names we have set originally. We need to add a scroll trigger. We want to reparent the video based on the scroll position. The trigger is the background video wrapper. The start of the scroll trigger is set to bottom and top. It means when the bottom of the background video wrapper reaches the top side of our window, The animation will get started and the video will be minimized. We have another attribute which is uninter. It means when the scroll happens, and the bottom of the background video wrapper reaches the top of our window, a function runs. This function is using GSAP flip and will reparent the video and put the background video inside the floating wrapper. The last attribute of the scroll trigger is on the VBack. It means we scroll all the way up till the bottom of the background video reaches the top of the window. This time, we want to put the background video back inside the original wrapper. So, the floating wrapper won't be its parent anymore. Each flip function has 3 lines. One will save the original state of our element. Here we want to reparent our background video. So we need to store the original state of our background video. We update the name of the element accordingly. The append child line will tell our browser which element gets reparented. The name we use before append child defines the new parent. The name we use after append child defines the child element. Here we told our browser to set the background video wrapper as the new parent of the background video in case we scroll up again. This is for on the VBack. The flipman function will define the required changes to make the floating wrapper as the new parent of our background video. We need to store the state of the background video, then make the floating wrapper as its new parent. Flip2 will define the required attributes such as duration, easing, and also tell the browser to transfer the state of the background video from A to B. One thing I forgot to mention is adding the required libraries to Webflow. We need to add GSAP, Flip extension, and also Scroll Trigger. Let's see what we have got here. As you can see, when we scroll down, the video will be transferred to its new parent. Here we transfer the background video from the background video wrapper to floating wrapper.